Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for coming today. We're going to go ahead and get started with our program. So glad that you guys are here. And I'm going to share my screen with you all. While I have you on the line and we're getting everything situated, can I please get a roll call? I would love to know who is in the building. In the chat room, the chat room is the fourth one over. If you could please let us know who you are and where you're coming in from. Make sure you do it to the host and the panelists because we want to be able to see who you are. Put any social media handles that you have, anything like that, because we really want to know, again, who you are and who is in the building. So go ahead and do that for me. I want to see some chats coming through. Tell me who you are, what your business is, what you're selling. Give me some e-commerce website information, because we're talking about all things web today. So let me see. Who do we have? I know we got some people. And as you're doing that, putting it in the chat room, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Shanice Cleckley. I am your South Carolina Grow with Google digital coach. My company's name is Smart Cookie. You can reach me at I am Shanice C on all digital platforms. And also you can reach the Digital Coaches Program at Digital Coaches Program. So that would be wonderful for us to connect online. If you need any information from me by email, you can go to digitalcoachsc@growwithg.co. All right, we got some folks coming in. We got Miss Betty, has a media company. Yes. Greetings from Latoya from Beautiful Anointed LLC. Thank you so much. Oh, connects with me. Okay, because I forgot. Okay, I will connect with you. It'd be so great to have you all connect with each other too. If all the people who are in this room, if we can follow each other and see what we have, it'd be a great time to sell and to be online. So today's workshop is brought to you by the Grow with Google program. And this is where we help people to grow their skills and businesses with this free digital skills training. And thank you so much to the South Carolina Minority of Commission on Minority Affairs for connecting and making this available. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do. So I talked about introducing myself, so I did that. And today we're going to learn a tool and help you craft effective, to get all of this together so that you will know how to sell online. So I don't have a coach assist today. We're going to do this with each other. Oh, hi, Miss Neal from Lady Street from the Imagine Boutique. So great. We're going to talk about how to learn online, sell online. We're going to learn about how to showcase your profile to have your business profile done. We're going to also get to the Merchant Center, and we're going to talk about Shopify. I know you've heard a lot about that, especially if you have a boutique. We're going to talk about that. Before we get started in the with the actual material, I want to know who actually sells online now. Put a 1 in the chat room if you sell online now. Put a 2 if you do not. Put a 1 in the chat room if you sell online now. Put a 2 if you do not. 1. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about what it means to be online. So research shows that online shopping is on the rise. Of course, why not? We got COVID, we got people who have busy lives, so much is going on. And in fact, shoppers go online and the first thing that they do is they look at your profile. They look and see if you look credible. They want to see what the products look like. And this actually leads to more in visit, in visits. So just because you're online doesn't mean that you're not going to have an offline service. It's okay to do both. You really should do both, because 45% of shoppers buy online and then they pick up at the store. I know I do that. So when I go to one of my favorite places, Target, and Target, I order online, I get the information from my store, I drive up and pick it up. So I know personally I do this myself. So retailers need to show their products online because they want to drive sales. We're in business to make sales. 58% of the global purchases that are prompted are also doing something for shoppers what they see online. 46% of those shoppers confirm that the inventory online before they go shopping. So what does that mean? That means that you got to keep up to date and let me know if you have it. So for instance, again, we talk about my Target, and one thing that I do in Target is if they have it at my store, which is amazing, then of course I'll do my store and then I'll go pick it up. But if they have it at another store, then that just saves me time. And that's what we want to do, have a good customer experience for our clients. So did you know that the average online shopping experiences have 140 touch points? And each touch point influences what people will buy and where they will buy from. So what this slide talks about is how the touch points are affected by Google in your Google search. So they include Google search and images. It includes your profile. We talked about that before, which is your business profile. We go over the shopping tab. There is shopping ads. And there's also a little bit of an experimental thing. It's called Google Lens. If you ever used Yelp before, and with Yelp, it was like you put the monocle up. It's similar to that, where you can like put your camera or take an image and search the entire web. But we'll talk about Google Lens a little bit more. But those touch points are where your Google products, when you put it online, can show. So how does this work? How do you do it? Where do you start? Let's start with the Google business profile. Now, this business profile is one that is free for everyone. And if you're not familiar with it, I'm going to give you a quick overview, and then we're going to talk about everything that you have that can go inside of this profile. Now, this profile, you claim it and you start it. So if you've been in business for a while, you actually may find that a profile was created for you and you never claimed it. So you can go in there and sign in and claim it. You also can do this business profile by going and setting it up based on your name and where you're located. It will find you on the slide, the map. If you are a physical location, it includes a lot of things. So this slide, we're looking at the example of the Spice House, and you're going to see this example throughout the entire presentation. What does the Spice House sell? Spices. And why do you know? Because if you look at the Google profile, it gives you a detailed information of a bright retail shop with a manner of rubs, salts, extracts, plus made in-house spices. It tells you what it is. The Google profile can do that for yourself. So when you show you these next slides, just remember we're talking about the Spice House. So how do you get to the Google profile? With everything with Google, you start in on an account. Now, this account is across all the apps. And I want to make sure that you use this app or these apps with one email. So don't use like your home email to do your business profile, and then you turn around and use your business email. Choose one email to do your app, okay? Just one. And that email you use across all the platforms. Therefore, everything will be interconnected. You don't have to use a Gmail. You can sign up and you can register it with your branded material. So I've talked to you about this before. I want to make sure we get this clear. Go to accounts.google.com/sign up. If you do not have a Google account in your branded email, don't choose make a new account, choose I have my own email, okay? Now, when you get to the account and when you're looking at this, what we're going to assume is that you already have a business profile. Remember, you can claim it, you can go back and do it. So you've already set up a business profile. You've got it all done. All your information is in there. You have actually registered your business and verified your business. Because once you get in and do a business profile, you'll get this business card. Actually, before we go any further, in the chat room, if you have a business profile on Google, put 1. If you don't, put 2. Then I'll know whether or not I need to explain it. If you have a business profile on Google, but want to, okay. All right, it's about half and half. Okay, well, the Google business profile or the business profile, like I said, it's free. You go in and register. When you register, you'll be able to put your name, make sure that you can see whether or not you're going to be on the map or not. You can put your description, products, and all types of things that you have. Once you do that, it'll ask for a physical location to send your card for verification. And it's just a postcard that people send out. With that postcard, they want to make sure that you're real and not a bot. When you get that postcard, you will go back into your Google profile and then you will type in the number. And when you type in that number, you then have access to the entire suite of information within the Google profile. So that's how you get a Google profile. So now that you've got it and you've verified it, what we're going to do is add products to that profile so that people can purchase directly from your from your profile. They don't have to go anywhere else. So once it's verified, once it's done, you've signed in and did everything you need to do, you're going to go to the products tab. When you click this is in the dashboard, you will click to get access to a product editor. That product editor will let you go and determine what things you need to put in order to sell the product online and directly from your profile. You'll have options to include a price or a price range. You could put a description. You could put order online and link it. All within a few minutes, you could put all these products that you want to have online, and then you can also click see it on Google. So you can then click the product to make changes and do anything else, and it'll show up. So when on the right-hand side of our screen now, that's how it will look in the preview section. Now, this is the same product, and this is how it looks from the Google profile. So once you've added it, this is what it's going to look like. You see the telephone number, you see the price ranges, and it talks about the essential spices collection. Retailers can put this in and you can click learn more, which is a call to action. Call to actions are very important when you have online. It's not enough just to put your business online. You have to tell the people who are looking at it what to do. Even in your website, in your blogs, anything, even when you're on social media, you must do a call to action. Learn more, buy here, click here, order here, schedule this, any of those things. It is very important to put a call to action. That's a pro tip. So when you click that button, it sends you to the product page directly on your website. So for here, it will click and say learn more. And what it's going to do is take you directly to the Spice House website that has information. There's no charge to add products. You can click the products for free in your Google profile. And once you do that, you make it simpler for all of your clients to come and find information from you. So we've now done a product, we've added it, we've put it in there, but what if you actually want to, sell? What if you want to do something a little bit more? We're going to talk now about the Google Merchant Center. And this is where retailers can make their products available for shopping across all the Google platforms and all the Google apps. Now, the Merchant Center is free, again, free. So that's another place for people to get a touch point to purchase. And all you need, and you don't even need to advertise, but you can link it to advertise, but you don't need to because it's free. So let's go ahead and go into what the Merchant Center does. The Merchant Center helps you upload your actual store and products to Google, and it makes it available on Google Shopping. Google Shopping is that little link that you see on the search panel. A lot of times when let's say you're searching for a dress, you're searching for something, and you'll see something that comes across where you can click it and go directly to shop. That's the Google Shopping Google Shopping panel. And with those services, you click the images. Let's say that you're ready to do that. So of course, you get started. So this is how it's going to look, all right? These products are eligible to go across all touch points. So remember in our previous slide, most people look at 140 touch points and Google has those 10. We're gonna look at, this is how it's going to appear. The first place it's going to come up is in the Google search results. Now, this slide shows a series of products and images that are beneath a search. So remember that panel I told you about? Right here, I'm going to make my cursor go around it so you can see. That right there is what we're talking about, the search results. And you know, see the ad, you know right here where it's coming from. All right, this slide, we're going to talk about the nut house again. I mean, not the nut house. We're going to talk about the spice house again and talking about their ground fenugreek seeds and what comes up. So when you look at the information, you have it in there. How can Google help you put the information in? You spice it up. You make it look good. See those pictures? That came directly from their Merchant Center. Now, the Merchant Center is only for US-based searches. So if you're looking for something outside of the States, it's not going to work. You can look for the availability. And if you have a structured website, what can happen is it automatically update into the Merchant Center. So the other place that it can come up is products from the Merchant Center also appear in the shopping tab. I don't know if you've ever used it. That's here on the top, right here. You got images, you can click maps and shopping. When you click shopping, that means nothing but shopping information comes up. So as a retailer, you put your information onto the into the system, it comes up on that shopping tab. And from that shopping tab, you can then visit shopping.google.com and see the search results. The next place we're going to talk about is images. This is why when you put the description in, you put the image in, it is very, very, very important. When you click images, you can start by visiting images.google.com and you will see different products. You can tell what they're connected to for sale because there will be a product annotation at the bottom. This label indicates that you can click the products and get more information. So, you know, how can this benefit? Visual, people are very visual. People see things, they know what it looks like, but don't necessarily know the name. But you're also making it easier for folks to find you because now we're on a whole different section. I know what it looks like, but I don't know the name. The product, I know the name, but I don't know what it looks like. That's the shopping or directly to your website. So all of these are helping you get the word out about how to sell or what you're selling. So now Google Lens, this is a new thing, okay? Google Lens is when you take an image and you take that picture and you put it under the lens and it will scour the internet in order to find that image. You can download it for the Play Store. You can also download it from the App Store on an iPhone, and Google Lens is available in the camera app as well on Android. So it looks at it, it takes a picture of it, and it'll give you more exposure because people will be able to search. It'll find anything that looks for it. So that's pretty cool. So now let's talk a little bit about shopping. The Merchant Center also helps retailers advertise their products by going to the shopping ads. Now, anytime you see the ads, yes, it is something that it must be paid for, but that's okay. You control how much you want to spend. So the product photo, the price, the store name, all of that can be a part of a shopping campaign. It is used to promote your local inventory as well as your online inventory. So local inventory ads help by nearby shoppers by telling what's in stock. It helps you drive more sales to your physical location. It tells folks, it makes people not waste time. So then what you do is you can, in order to run these type of ads, you go to the Merchant Center. And the Merchant Center, this is a screenshot of what it would look like to buy that same spice that we're talking about from the Spice House. So when you create this campaign, and we'll go over that in a minute, you control all the information, and I'm going to show you how. So here is a high-level overview of how the Merchant Center works. First, you start by creating the free account. Then you upload the products. Then the products will appear across Google. Remember, the image, the lens, the shopping, but not ads, the shopping, the profile, all of those different locations. So once it gets into those locations, it appears, you can see yourself. Now, if you want to make sure that you have it, good images, your descriptions are nice and sweet and concise, but you're giving, you're telling people what it is. So you got to fluff it a little bit, but don't be deceptive, but make it enticing. That's the word I'm looking for. Make it enticing for people to come in. Now, if you want to get to set up your merchant account, you will go to g.co Merchant Center Setup. If you set it up, it's a basic information that you put in for right now. I don't want you to get overwhelmed, but I will show you the overview of how you set it up. So go into the Merchant Center, you visit the g.co, you go into the Merchant Center, this is what it looks like. You're going to list your information, you go to g.co Merchant Center, sign in with that same Google address that you use for your profile. Do not use a different email address. Use the same Google email address. We want everything to be seamless. We sign it up, you do it, you make sure, and it shows you the image here of what the homepage is going to look like. So now let's look at how you're going to list them. Next, you enter the information about your business. You put your name and what customers will potentially see as the products of your names. You go to the country of origin where you're headquartered, of course, United States, because it's only available in the United States. And then you put your information about what time zone that you're in, because this will help with a lot of good reporting. Next, you select options that apply to your business. So the Merchant Center has 3 options. You can select to put that on your website, which means that customers will see the product on Google, but then they will go to your website. You can select on Google, which means customers will see the product on Google, buy them there. And in case you need to, you don't have a website, you can go directly from the Google, or you can use a third party. Next, the third way is for you to say at a local store. So customers can see your product, and then you can go in and tell them where to go and how they can get there. So you can change your checkout options in your account at any time. And the image shows that how the Merchant Center can ask you, what do you want to do? So like I said, it's basic information. Don't get overwhelmed. Just choose the ones that's going to be best for you. So next, you can link the Merchant Center to a third-party platform. This is where the Shopify comes in. So you can simply set up a process for your Merchant Center account. Shopify is an option, and we'll talk about that platform in a little bit and how it integrates. So what this image is showing you is what you want to do. Like what tools do you have? How are you wanting to make this complete? So the other thing that you do is you would like to sign up for the emails, I would sign up for the emails because you never know when new stuff is coming about, when new things are happening. So you get the invitation, you want new formats, all that stuff, sign up for it because you never know what new stuff is coming out because we're updating all the time. Now, the Merchant Center overview page, this is what it looks like. So this is how it looks once you put all that information in. On the left navigation, you'll see the products. It's linked to the area. You can look at the performance. You can get products about the growth. You can access the suggestions, all kinds of stuff. You also can look at the overview for the highlighted information. Then you have to verify your business. And when you verify your business, you can verify, you have to verify who you are and that you're a real person. This is huge because, you know, there's so many bots out there. We want to make sure that everything is real. So if you selected that you want to check out on your website, or if you selected that you want to check out on your local store, then you must verify the website is yours before the products can actually come out on Google. There are 3 ways to do that. You can use a Google Analytics or a tag manager. Google Analytics, again, is free. You sign up for that account. It gives you a code, and that code you then control. You can add an HTML file to your website. Or if you use Shopify for your e-commerce store, then it automatically verifies once it's connected to the Merchant Center. And again, we'll go over that integration in a moment. So next, when the website is highlighted, it displays the page and it's going to prompt you to verify your business. And you can do it any of those different ways, depending on what you chose back here. Website, Google, or store. Okay. So now, Merchant Center adding the products. Here's the next step. The next thing that you do is add the actual products. You start by clicking products. You go to the left navigation, which is highlighted on the screenshot. Then you click the button and add the individual products or multiple products, or you can do a combination of both. When you want to add an individual product, this is what it's going to look. This is what it's going to look like. You enter your Merchant Center, you enter the fields such as the title, the link, the price. There's a lot of more optional fields that you can add. You put the product in individually, you edit them individually, you add the product to the section, you put the information, done. Make sure though that you click where the destination of where they're going to buy it, or the country of origin. So make sure that you put that your country of sale and destination fields are set to English and the United States. If you want to add multiple products, then a product feed will come up, and then you can create the file that you want to upload. This file includes information of the products called attributes. And those attributes, we're going to see, if you see on the screenshot, will have the basic information that will prompt you, again, country of sale and the language. When you are doing this, you have to add a feed name. This won't appear on Google, but it will give you a descriptive name and help you identify the information. And it's asking you basically, how do you want to upload it? It's a lot like when you're doing mail merge. Have you ever done that before? And you know how you had all the fields had to line up? So when you're doing that label and you're opening up the mail merge, everything has to line up. Google Merchant Center is doing the exact same thing. So you take it and you put it in, and you do Google Sheets. And from that Google Sheets, if you have it all laid out the way that they give you the example, it'll upload your multiple feeds. This is the sheet of how you have to lay it out. The ID that you've selected, the title, the description, the link. Same thing as if you did a mail merge when you did in Sheets or Excel back in the day, or even now, you would put like first name, last name, description. That way, this is how the Merchant Center needs it to be set up in order for the multiple feeds to come up. When you do that, before you click that you're going to the next thing, everything needs to be lined up with an order of how you want it to look inside of your feed or inside of your merchant account. So once the merchant center is set up, you got your products on there. The products will appear on several places. It'll go on the search, when you look at it and you just see the product. It'll go on that shopping tab. It'll go on the shopping ads. It can go on the images, and it can go on that experimental place called the lens. So now let's talk a little bit about a third party. And the third party we're going to talk about is Shopify. Shopify is very popular right now. People are using it for e-commerce. It's an easy e-commerce center. I want to know how many of you are already using Shopify. If you use Shopify now, put a 1. If you don't, put a 2. I know a lot of boutiques use it too. Okay, so Tamara, you use it. Ms. Neal, you use it. Yvonne, you don't use it, okay. And you don't have to use Shopify, but because it is so popular, we're going to talk about this one so that we can help people, so we can help you. So let's talk about Shopify. Bum, 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 bum. So small businesses use Shopify platform to grow as well. It's easy, it's quick, it's a drop and load. So it's real fun. It has all kinds of features. So of course you want to maximize the locations of where you are selling your product. So why not connect your Shopify to your Google Merchant Store? Now, let me tell you this about Shopify, or actually before we get into the process, let me tell you this. It is a lot of steps. So I want to go ahead and let you know. So let's go ahead and put that out with the elephant in the room. It's a lot of steps, yet it's easy. That makes sense? It's a lot of steps, but it's easy. As long as you follow each step and you put in the information from the prompts, you can do it with no problem. It's going to be fine. All right. So let's look at Shopify, what it is and why it exists. When you have Shopify, you can sell your products regardless of your knowledge base. It's the last place that we'll talk about before we start connecting. So Shopify has a motto of make commerce better for everyone. This is what they have. This is their mission. And believe me, they are doing it. Why are they doing it? Because it was founded in Canada 15 years ago. It is now used in 175 countries. And sales on Shopify get you 155 billion. So with all the merchants on there and 175 companies, they are selling $155 billion worth of sales on one platform. Now, during the pandemic, a lot of people moved to Shopify. A lot of businesses found themselves having to pivot so that they can stay afloat. So many of the offline only retailers went online. So Shopify allows you to sell your physical products that you own, personalized, on an e-commerce website. So this example of what a Shopify site might look like. So this is the Spice House, the same example that we've been using. I love it. And the Spice House, if you notice, it is very professional. It has on the top, you can get to all the different locations. It shows where you can add to cart. It's really, it will generate sales because of the ease of use. You can have testimonies on there. You can talk about bestsellers. It really is a platform that once you use those templates and the right one for you, it's easy for your clients and your future customers to be able to navigate. So to get started with Shopify, you go to shopify.com and you create an account. To do this, you enter an email by clicking the button that says start the free trial. Once you have that account, you're able to log into Shopify from any device, and you will get to the Shopify home where you now can say, enter the email. When you enter that email, bam, you're already started. So once you set up your account, you'll be asked a few questions to help Shopify know who you are and your habits or what you're going to do within your business. This screenshot from Shopify shows just some of the questions that you're going to ask. And it's not anything, too personal, but they need to know how they can market to you. So once you've created the account and you've logged into the admin section, think of it as the control center. It is where everything happens, just like in the Merchant Center, that there's a dashboard. When Shopify, this is your admin center. You can fill out your payment information, your pickup information. You can do taxes, everything that you need to do right here in this section. When we talked about the products on Shopify, we didn't mean just physical products, because one thing that Shopify allows you to do is digital products as well. So let's say that you come up with templates, or you have like light boxes, you're a photographer, anything like that, and you want to sell those type of printouts, you can do that. You can track inventory. There's a lot that you can do to add products. When you click all products and add products is how you get started to adding those products. So think about not just the tangible like cups or things. It can be anything from digital to physical. While clicking the add product button, it will bring you up to a lot of fields and a lot of forms, and you don't need to include every detail, but you do need to fill it out to, again, clear, concise manner. Make it enticing for people to be able to know what it is, and a great description so they will know what they're going to buy. So if you want to add a price to your product, make sure that when you add it, you put, the amount on the side, and that price is what's going to happen in Shopify. And when you do that, it's going to go back to the things you put with taxes and everything else. It will come together to get you, the customer, the exact price. But this is going to be shown across all the channels on Google. So make sure you are consistent with your pricing as well. Don't go up and down. Keep it at one price so that across all platforms online, everything will be one price and branded. So let's look at how to connect the Google and the Shopify. Remember, it is a lot of steps, but it's so simple. You're going to love it. It's going to be easy for you, especially those of you who already have a Shopify account. So Shopify allows you to connect your customers to wherever they want to be. You want to connect the Shopify to Google because people want to find you. They want to find things. And this is a screenshot that shows the sales channels tab that's highlighted on the sidebar, and it gives you the option to add to Google. So when you add to Google as a sales channel, you sync in real time and for your Shopify account. So you don't have to wait, no download, no lag. This will give you your products for your inventory, when it's out, when it's in, and you can also do reporting. So when you click on add sales channel, you go ahead and proceed to the next thing. So you set up that sales channel, and you'll need to sign in to your Google account. Remember, this is the one that has the same email address as everything else. It's right there. This is one of the important reasons why we have it like that. So you connect your Google account with that same email address. The Connect Google Account button will be highlighted as you see on the screen, and then you can learn more about the channel. To use the Shopify's Google channel, Shopify store needs to meet a few of the requirements that they have for the Merchant Center. And the Shopify store is set up online and published with the relevant payment and contact information. You gotta have a refund policy. You gotta have terms and conditions. And you have to make sure that you're selling within the United States and that everything is checked off. Once the store requirements are met, it is now time to sync up your product field. So you will need the Merchant Center information to do this. Click Get Started button, link, and click it. The screenshot that you see shows the product feed sync section. And with that, you'll be prompted to get started. And then you'll be able to create the merchant account. But if you've already created the merchant account, you can link the account. So don't worry. So now we've created it, we've linked it. Now what do? We want to take you to how to connect it. So you go directly to the Google channel. If you don't have an account, connect it. Remember, that everything syncs together with that same email address. So log in, let's go ahead and look at now how the merchant account starts a shopping campaign. How can you get it to go where Shopify knows that your merchant is ready to get the business? This screenshot shows you how to connect it with the Shopify. So finally, let's look at with the ads. What do you want to do with ads? I skipped one. Target market. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. So now that you've linked it, your Shopify is linked, your merchant account is linked, it's now making sure that everything is synced correctly. Let's look at how to target who you want. This screenshot is a pop-up box that is directly configured to the product feed setting, and you will then mark it and put shipping information in. So finally, what you would do is start by, now that you finally, sorry guys, it's like one of my pages is missing. I apologize for that. So once you set up your language, your shipping feed, now you can go into clicking the option. Here we go. Fine, there we are. So now we can click the option to connect the Google Ads. And now we're going to start a smart shopping campaign. Now, a smart shopping campaign is a paid ad. Now, shoppers can then look for your information on YouTube, Gmail, Google search, and across Google. Ads are not required to link. I want to say that again. Ads are not required to link, but having it connected to your Google ad account will make it easier for you on Shopify and on your merchant center when you are ready to do an ad, and just expands your reach. So you would then also get to do pricing. So don't forget about that. It just expands your reach, and you're able to choose your pricing. If you want to do $5 a day, $10 a day. So let's make that clear before I go any further to talk about everything else, is that you choose the budget for your ads. All right. If you want to do $20 a week, $10 a week, it doesn't really matter. You choose it. Oh. There we go. So here's a saying I want you to look at. You don't have to be good to start, but you have to start to be good. What does that mean? Just set it up. It's going to work. It's going to look right. It's going to be okay. So go through the steps, set up that merchant account, set up that Google profile account if you have not. Connect your Shopify to the merchant account and then connect it to the ads. Then determine, especially with the holidays coming up, if you want to run an ad across all Google platforms. Is that going to be for the YouTube? Is it going to be for just the Google shopping pane? Any of those things you can connect. So before we wrap up, I wanted to give you other resources that you actually may not know about. These are some new resources that many people are not familiar with. The first one is called Grow My Store. So Grow My Store is a free tool that is designed for retailers who sell online and in store. It is g.co/Grow My Store. So along with your website, you can analyze and assess customer experiences. The reports evaluate a range of factors such as your product information, your store information, personalization, any of those things. It's secure, it's mobile friendly, and it doesn't take long. And if you'd like to watch a 3-minute video, you can go to Google Quick Help in order to see the video of how to set up the Grow My Store or how to use Grow My Store. So it's wonderful when you want to do a great customer experience, to make sure that you have everything in place for your clients and for your potential customers to be able to order from you. So really use this Grow My Store to make sure your online and your offline digital presence is working well. The next tool I want to talk about is the Local Opportunity Finder. With this, you go to g.co/local opportunity finder. So this tool helps small business owners improve their presence on the Google search map. It analyzes your business profile on Google, and it talks about how you can improve it, if it's good, if it's not, but you can see where it's an opportunity for you to get found, especially in your local market. Now, if you are looking for some help on how to use this one, you can go to g.co/grow/quick help. And it again can tell you how you can utilize best the local opportunity finder. If you want to know more about virtual workshops while we are going through, one here or there, and you're like really in the learning mood, you can go to g.co/grow on air, and you can have access to all sorts of virtual workshops for free in order to learn about more Google digital tools that are free. So this concludes our presentation. I would love for you to fill out this survey. And while we have this up and this time, I want to open up the floor for you to have any questions about your online purchases. Make sure that you raise your hand, and Sharice will make you available to everyone. And I see, Miss Betty, you have your hand up.
Good morning, wonderful presentation. And my question was around the Google Lens when you presented it. And my question is, does that prevent others from copyright infringement, if you will, from stealing your design or graphic?
Google Lens? No, it doesn't. Google Lens is for people to find your own copyrighted material. So it's more so if they're looking for one of your products online, or even your face or something online, they would put it in Google Lens, and then the tool will search throughout the entire database to find you. And it will find a page. So anything with copywriting, you've got to do yourself.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions? So I want to know somebody's next steps. So in the chat room, or you can come offline, let me know your next steps. From this information, what's the next thing that you're going to do from this? You can either talk or you can put it in the chat room. I want to know one of the next steps.
Hey, this is Betty again. So one of my next steps would be to create an account, whether it be with Shopify or whomever, right? To list my products up there, to upload my products. That would be my next step.
Wonderful. Okay, I see one in the chat room. Tamara says her next step is start using the Google Merchant more and downloading the Google Lens. Okay, so you already have that merchant account. Wonderful. Anybody else? What's your next step? Develop a product to sell. Okay, all right, Yvonne. So what would be, just another question, what is the most interesting thing, or what is something that you learned here that you didn't know about?
Hey, this is Betty again.
Hi, Betty.
So, throughout this series, right, I learned that there was a free Google page that I didn't know nothing about, and that I could list my business there. And then on this call here, I learned about more features that Google has to assist me in being successful with my business that I didn't know about. And so I thank you for presenting that information.
Cool, wonderful. Thanks so much. All right, guys, that is all of our information for today. Oh, Miss Neal, you had a question? Yes.
No, I actually have a comment about what I've learned from the session today. Is I really didn't know about all the tools and opportunities within Google that you can use for your business to actually increase your profit margin and to make your business more visible. So thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, everybody, if you need me, please, by all means, reach out to me. And I know that this is being recorded, so you can go back, and Sharice and the guys at the commission are going to put it up for you to be able to go back and look at it. And I'm also going to send her a link to send out to you guys so that you will be able to get a free gift for coming. Okay. So thank you so much for being a part of today's presentation, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.